We barely got sleep, and keep moving wild with the volume low key. Oil going up with the NASDAQ too. One of your line, I don't trust you. Yeah. Flag pattern forming, kinda looks clean. 5 green candles, and you know what I mean. Trying to catch a move, but I'm staying patient. Chat talking while saying our financial statements. Yeah, Mr. Entry by tick, pain. Almost got filled again. Set the stop, bring it up, break even. Market take this, market teasing. I'm just stacking little base hits. 36 bucks, don't waste it. MNQ switch stops in a rip quick. You blink once, man, you miss it. We don't chase sides, but we pull back. Paper hands cry, I want that back. Small size gang, and we stay lit. Just stacking up these base hits. Just stacking up these base hits.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Good evening. How are we doing tonight? Good to see y'all. Just getting everything going as usual for this evening stream tonight. Joanne, hey. What's up? Just trying to get everything going here. I got the vertical stream going plus this stream. Hey, thank you. Turn that down a touch here. All right. What did that sound like? Tony L, what's up? Ranja in the house. Tim Corangia. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Have I ever told you that I like you, Dave? Oh, thank you, Joanne. I appreciate that. I like you also. No, not beer. I'm not that crazy. It's just Coke Zero. That was a 3-dimensional sound, right? A little SMR, is it? Just so you guys know, I did finally hit that Lucid affiliate target. So I submitted for giveaways. So I'm trying to build sort of a campaign, if you would say, like a giveaway campaign. So stay tuned for info on that. But I did put a request in, and we'll see what ends up coming from it. So it's Friday in Hong Kong now, so no trades for you. Okay, Angia. I know how you like to stick to your rules, being an adult and all, you know. Yeah, I heard that you can unclog toilet with Coke. Yeah. Never had to try it yet, though. Would you have to like throw in like a half a case or something? Okay, so let's take a look at the charts here real quick. So I did have this little channel in here. Looks like we're starting to pull out of it a bit. It's been pretty valid up until now since we're rolling out of it. So we'll have to see. Looking like if we're gonna take the overnight view up here, 27,618 with some closures below. We can look for some shorts, maybe back to value area high or point of control as our target. So we'll have to see how this plays out. Jerry, what's up? Good evening. Seven people in the vertical stream so far, 8 people in YouTube, and nobody in X so far. I'm just gonna pop over to X real quick, make sure that that is streaming live. I'm gonna actually turn this music down a touch more. It's a little loud in my headphones here. Just went short of MNQ 27,634.25. Just moved stop loss to break even. Nice. 34. And you're at 28 now. Nice, nice, nice. Let's see here. My channel. Home. My channel. Live. Yes, we are working. We are working. So obviously finished the day pretty bullish, and we've been sort of creeping higher in the overnight session here. Let me take a look at oil real quick also. What do we got for oil? Oil is pulled back a little bit, but it's still, now it's popping up actually. Pulled back from the overnight session yesterday. Pretty sideways during the New York, and then now we're kind of popping up a little bit. So it probably shows that's part of the reason why NQ's rolling over a bit here. The Hawk Flies says, Joanne, I don't drink my Coke, so I go with a quality. Oh, so I go with a quality plunger and plumbing snake for that task, and a solution called Green Gobbler. Okay, it's for that eats up the stuff that's stuck in the line, I'm assuming. So we are at 961 subscribers. Let's see how many we can put on today. Excited about that. So thank you to all the supporters. Appreciate you guys as usual. So I have been working on a couple Lucid funded or Lucid Flex evals here, guys. I got them. They're getting pretty close to passing now. One's at 52,362. And the other one is, let's see here, 52,176. So they're pretty close, less than $1,000 on each of them. The one is only like $640 from passing. So gonna try to take it real nice and slow and easy here with these guys. See if we can't get some more profit into these accounts. So yeah, so we're gonna keep an eye here on. We can move this now, this all-time high level. So this is a midnight open is not set up yet.
Everybody got a system.
Yo, Mr. Dave, you won Lucid account on PFM. Yes, I did. I won one today. 25K eval. What advice do you have for someone who wins 90% of his paper trading but loses 90% of the real money? Damn, that's rough. What are you doing different from your paper account versus what are you doing different for your real money trades? The Hawk, is that an anchored VWAP, Dave? Yes. So I just anchored this to the start of the session. So the I guess this would be 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time VWAP. It's a red line here. I have the standard deviations running off of it right now. So we got 3 standard deviations to the top and to the bottom. And yeah, so it'll be a nice level to pay attention to here. You could always throw on a high day VWAP since we did make a new all-time high there in this market. So we won't put the standard deviations on that guy though. We'll just take those guys off. And we'll go with a different color. Maybe like a green. No, do gold. Do gold. The golden high day VWAP. Trade stoned? Ah? Nice VWAPing. Nice. Joanne, you need lessons? Yeah, sure. I do. Nothing different. I log every trade. I don't. Well, that's a little hard for me to figure out. But what is it about your your real money trades that make you feel like you're losing it? Do you feel like you're more emotionally charged when you're trading real money? Because obviously that's a real thing, right? If you're feeling, you're emotionally trading your real capital versus trading, unemotionally trading the paper account because you're like, who cares, right? Maybe you're sort of over managing them, which could be something you could be doing, and or maybe sizing, right? Joanne, you need a better strategy. Yeah. Is I thought you've been using the VWAP with the deviations, haven't you? For the silver, I know that was going well for you there. I'm so lucky. Well, that might be your first problem, Joanne. you gotta kind of like this, maybe shrink the amount of trade types you want to take. It's weird. I'm the opposite. I feel more comfortable trading my own money because there aren't rules and restrictions on it, and I can swing positions. Yeah, that's totally true, Ranja. Because with prop firms we have time limits and everything. So sorry, one sec. Ralph's rubbing his head in the couch. He said liquidity grab. Yeah, I heard that line. Every wicked setup if you got enough time. But I seen good men lose trying to read them signs. Why the market kept moving like it's blind to design. Talking about they hunt your stops like it's all a game. Like some shadow in the dark really knows your name. I ain't saying it's fake, I ain't saying it's true. But if you risk too much, it'll humble you. Seen the hype build up, seen it fall back quick. Just had to refill his Ralph's water there. Yeah, so I mean, obviously having more rules is definitely harder, right? When you have to worry about thinking about consistency rules and daily loss limits and overall account drawdown and stuff. But again, what you can do is just focus on sizing, right? Which makes it easier to handle, right? And then Keith Smith, I'm assuming that's what it is. So the only thing I could recommend is maybe just like go to as small a size as possible, right? So go down to like 1 micro, right? And then if you're taking a trade, right, with 1 micro, you can really give it a lot of room, and keep in mind, like, maybe you have a day job or a normal job, and like, how much money do you make in a full day working? And if you can target that as sort of your amount of money that you'd attempt to make or be satisfied with making in a trading day, you can do it like that, right? So go in with 1 micro, have a small profit target, and then what you can also do is like what I've been working on, and what Nick, who Mustang trader who trades with me often is learning to like add into your winning trade, right? So if you take a long, maybe you get in with one micro, it starts going in your favor, you add one more, then you put your stop into a break-even position as it's pulling away from your entry price. That way you can kind of like limit the amount of downside you're going to have, right? Sometimes you're going to get stopped out break even. Sometimes it's going to run and you're going to make a whole bunch of money, right? So so come up with a couple of those ideas, right? Like what amount is okay for you to make in a day, you know? And don't make it a huge amount. Like don't try to be, you know, like a PW and have to make, you know, 3 to 5 grand every trading day, right? Like it's, you know, it's unrealistic for some people at some points, right? So you know, shoot for $100 a day or $200 a day and just go like for that. And you know, the same thing as the opposite. If you end up losing $200, then just walk away, right? Get away from the charts, reset, touch some grass and feel good about it, right? Lone Wolf in the house. Hey, what's up? Good evening. Good evening, Wolf. Yeah, you got to get some coffee. Don't try to be as silly as I am. Well, I mean, we all need a good laugh, right? Oh, geez. That was loud. Let me turn that down. Yeah, so the best thing I can do is say is just like go as small a size as possible, take the emotional aspect out of it, you know, stick to your strategy, don't try to like have too many strategies, and yeah, try not to over manage the trade, right? Trader Drysdale has a pretty good book on VWAP. Yeah, what is that one? The VWAP wave system or something? Is that what it is? Or is it like the VWAP or something? VWAP wave system, yes. So there it is on Amazon. There you could get it as an ebook. I'm assuming. So it's $34 here for a paperback. Kindle edition's $9.99. Hardcover $54. So you know, yeah, check out Chris Drysdale's VWAP wave system if you're looking for a basic you know, VWAP strategy, right? Hey, Nick Scully Unfiltered. Best not to worry about loss and profit. Only worry about being disciplined in every execution. Yeah, that's great advice there also, right? Because execution is really where it's at. If you can kind of make it less emotional and more mechanical, you're going to just be much more successful, right? And anytime you start feeling emotional over a trade, you're probably too heavy, right? You have probably too many contracts, right? So you don't understand the VWAP wave? Okay. I've been, you know, after trading a while now with Nick, I've been kind of leaning towards trading the VWAP wave system. Not exactly the VWAP wave system, but like I've started putting the deviations on my VWAP and kind of using that a bit also on top of, you know, I've been using VWAP obviously forever, but I just recently added in the deviations, right? So I'm still, you know, paying attention to fair value gaps and some of those, you know, I guess you could say ICT concepts, you know, SMTs and fair value gaps kind of stuff, and then value area for my levels. So it's just a basic, easy way to get your levels for targeting. So, you know, point of control, there's a high likelihood that either as we're going through the Asia session or maybe London session, we're going to head towards a point of control, possibly on New York. So we'll have to see. Have you ever seen a woman who isn't emotional? No comment. That sounds like no winning situation kind of answer, right? Yeah, it's about $20 in PDF and a little more in paperback. Gotcha. I watched a few of its videos and I don't understand yet. Yes, I'm a native English speaker. I was born in Winnipeg on the east coast side of Canada, anyways, sort of central east side. So yeah, I'm a Winnipeg kind of guy, and then I moved my way across Canada, living in Alberta and Saskatchewan. Alberta, then Saskatchewan, then British Columbia. So yeah, it's a trap. How many deviation bands do you use? Mine has one above and one below the midline. I've just been, because I like to use the anchored VWAP, right? So I just been turning on the three. So if you go to your double click on your anchored VWAP, you can put three multipliers on there. So I've been putting all three of those on. So you can see I got 3 standard deviations below and 3 above. Everybody got a story. But the market. Next will be Quebec. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. No, I don't know. You never know. I actually kind of want to move to Alberta again. I only lived there when I was young. But I think I would be feeling like I would have to work on my French if I moved to Quebec. And my French is really bad since like grade 5 or something, I think, when I started learning Spanish instead. So is that Lucid trading dashboard, is the book map free? No, it's not. Hey, say Raihan, right? So on the left here, this is Bookmap, right? Bookmap is a completely separate dashboard or software. So you got to subscribe to that. And then you also need to get it data. Sorry, I'm running 2 streams right now. So if I'm a little slow to answer anyone who's in the vertical stream, which is just the Bookmap, that's why. Let me see here. I'm also going to I'll send over the link and pin it in the comment to the full size stream here, just so you guys have access over there. What do I gotta do? I actually gotta go into YouTube here. Your channel live. So I'll just post the link to the full size stream over here, just in case anybody wants to join. Oh, I should have oops. I'm going to actually remove this real quick. I'm just going to update that 1 sec here. What the heck? One more try here. Shortcuts, no magic formula, just you and the chart. There we go. That should work. Yep. Just double check there. That works. Yeah. Everybody got a system. Everybody got a story. The market. English people don't like Quebec. Yeah, it just kind of adds a layer of, kind of feeling like you're in a foreign country. Hey, Joanne. You noticed you don't have the shield and knife in your logo. That was cool. Oh, yeah. Somebody recommended that I make a little change in it, because was it a shield and a, let me see here. I do still have the media asset in the back let's see here. So is it this guy right here? Oh, I gotta this guy right here, because somebody thought it was a little inappropriate if I had the butcher's knife on there, so I kind of changed it. So I'm trying to appease the people, you know. And then someone was also nice enough to make this little market butcher symbol up there. So my Canadian friend escaped Quebec and he loves living in Alberta now. Nice, yeah. I don't have anything bad to say about Alberta, that's for sure. I mean, I love BC. BC's beautiful. We have amazing province, but you know, cost of living, which is already hard enough in Canada, is even higher in British Columbia. So that's kind of, you know, making it so it's not, you know, not as easy to live here anyway. So what is the advantage of using the book map? So basically what the book map is it's gonna show you where the orders are in the market, right? So anyone who's placed a limit order will show the visible orders in the market. So we are popping up here a bit, guys, up to the bottom of this. We did take the high day view up there, and we're kind of heading back up to all-time highs. That's a kind of interesting little move. I'm not really bullish just yet. We're kind of still stuck in this little bit of range here. We are above the overnight view up, which is good, but you know, we've been forming a lot of wicks up here on these candles up here. So I feel like there's a pretty big seller up here. So if we end up, you know, taking all-time highs and start looking bullish, then maybe we can think about taking a long, you know, targeting say 700 just for an easy round number. So let me my stream is I'm watching the stream on YouTube also just so I can catch any issues, but it's a little loud. So what I was saying there, Rehan, yeah, so when you have the book map, you can see the orders that anyone has placed into the market, right? So that's a good thing about trading futures is it's a centralized exchange. So if you're trading, you know, NQ, all of the orders are going to go through the CME or the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. So that way you can see all the orders that are happening, that are posted on the book map. So what I do is I'll use my chart, my trading view chart, and my overall bias to formulate a plan. And then we'll also use a book map for a target and, you know, sort of like front run the order. So as you can see here, 27,700 above has 119 contracts. So if we were, you know, like I said, if we end up taking, you know, all-time high and, you know, looking bullish, maybe we can target, you know, 27,700. But what I would do is I would put my orders slightly in front of those orders at 27,700, because quite often they'll get rejected at some of these key levels, because when people put those orders on the book map, they're kind of using it to draw the price action up to those levels, right? So yeah, formulate your plan off your charts and your overall bias, and then use the book map for targets and, you know, more confirmation that your idea is going to play out. Now, typically you're going to have more orders above than below if we're bullish, and vice versa. So, you know, we do have some orders here below at 640, but looks like they're controlled by an algorithm. So I wouldn't really, you know, you can see that they've moved them up here from like 625 to 638. Now they're at 640-ish. And then we got a bunch of orders above here too. So not very clear right now. It's better when everything below is dark, sort of like this, and we have a whole bunch of stacked orders above. So we'll have to, what is this? StreamYard volume. It's can you guys see that on? I think you can, can't you?
Yeah. Everybody got a system.
For some reason, my StreamYard volume is control, like showing up here, stuck on the screen. I don't like that. Oh, that's weird. So it's made my main screen, it shuffled my main screen around for some reason here. So I might have to adjust my display settings here. Some shadow in the dark really knows your name. I ain't saying it's fake, I ain't saying it's true, but if you risk too much, it'll humble you. Seen the hype build up, seen it fall back quick. From this is the way to man, this ain't it. So I keep it simple, I keep it tight. One clean trade, I sleep at night. Getting some weird stuff going on right now. I can't seem to click on anything. Of course. Why would it work good? That's annoying. Anyways, I guess we'll have to stick with that. Because it looks like, I think you guys can see that it says StreamYard Studio, and it shows a little volume control thing here. Skeletor's in the house. What's up? Yeah, Ralph wants to eat. Yeah, he's I haven't fed them dinner yet, so getting hot here. Might have to turn the fire down. No shortcuts, no magic formula, just you and the chart. Trade your own story. Yeah. Everybody got a system. Maybe I'm getting some sort of yeah, that's really weird. It seems like it's rearranged my screens here. So now it's showing that one of my other screens is actually oh, that's annoying. On my eval, you're down 100. Ouch. Oh, sorry to see that. Every wicked setup if you got enough time. But I seen good men lose trying to read them signs. Why the market kept moving like it's blind to design. Talking about they hunt your stops like it's all. My code on Lucid is 30% off right now. Yeah, they might have changed that recently. Let me just take a quick look here. It shouldn't be. It should say it should be 40%. I still have a 40% discount until May 17th. S-Dub, can you spot spoofing and manipulation on the bookmap? Okay, so spoofing and manipulation, I would say yes, you can. So if you look at the COB here, this little category, the COB, this is showing how many orders are listed. See, when I'll zoom in a little bit here and show you this. See this level here. So we got 122 contracts right here, and there's no white lines in there. And if you look down here at this one where it says 31, you can see there's some white lines. So if there's white line in there, that's typically that's going to be controlled by one entity, and usually we would know that that's an algorithm. That's why, like, for example, this, this 71 down here, if you can see it right there, there's 71 there and 21, but there's a bunch of little white lines. I know it's probably pretty hard to see because it's so, maybe this will make it, I'll try to zoom in even further here. So anything from the left of this white line is all controlled by one entity, and typically we think of that as like an algorithm. And quite often, as price starts approaching those levels, they're going to pull those orders. So if you notice that there's a white line, be prepared that they might pull the orders, right? Whereas, when we look at the 27,700 level way up there, bear with me for a sec so I can get up there because we're so zoomed in here. So see that 125 contracts, and there's no white line in there. So that's how you can tell if it's actually a bunch of entities all with real orders posted up there. So there would be more than one seller at that level with 125 contracts. And, if there's a white line, then it's quite often going to be controlled by an algorithm. So hope that helps. 40% only for the first 5 evals. Oh, everything after that is 30% codes. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I should know that, eh? Yes, it is limit per five per trader, 40% off using my code, and then after that it goes to 30%. Yes, you are correct.
Every move mapped out from before. Kill zones here, sessions there, but my P&L like, you sure you care? Draw on liquidity, cool, I get that. But draw down hit, what a lesson that. Wait for the model, trust the play. Meanwhile, rent still due next day's A's. I ain't here to hate, I'm just keeping it real. If it works for you, then go get your deal. But I seen too many stuck in the script while the market flipped and they couldn't adapt quick. Ain't no guru gonna trade your hand. Ain't no system gonna make you a man. It's discipline, patience, loss you accept. It's the trades you skip, it's the risk you kept.
Maybe I should really be tossing that guy up there in the corner rather than the Market Butcher logo. Yeah, so that shows it right there. You're right. It is limit 5 per trader, and then after that it's 30% off. So you tried GOAT funded, not so bad so far. $59 for 50K. Okay, nice. Another option is Top 1 Futures. You can get in these Elite and Elite Access. They're Elite Access here. They're super cheap. They're like $40 for an account. The only thing is, depending on which size you get, so you can get any size for $40, but then each one has a different activation fee. So in one sense, it's good because it's a low upfront cost, but then on the other sense, when you pass it, you're gonna have an activation fee. But if you're not consistently passing them, then this could be a cheaper way. Whereas I still usually suggest people to go to instant funded or the Ignite instant funded for Top 1 Futures, because they're, if you're a little bit more advanced, that would be the route to go. And that's why I usually recommend Lucid, because Lucid, it's a one-time fee. It's depending on which account you get. There's no monthly activation fee, or there's no activation fee and no monthly fee either, right? This is Top 1 Futures here, if that's what you're asking about, Adam. And then, so I have affiliate codes with Lucid and Top 1 Futures. And like I said, typically I recommend people, if they're going to go straight to funded, Top 1 Futures is really good for that. They have really good rules, and they have a couple different options, different price points. But if you're going to go with evals, there's less pressure if you're a Lucid, because you're going to pay that one-time fee, and then there's no activation fee. So Let's see. That's a good question. Is there a monthly? No, it's a one-time fee, and then there's an activation fee on top of that. So once you pass it, there would be another fee, but there's no monthly payments for these accounts. These elite access. Elite one is a 41, or they're a higher price depending on which account, and then it's per month, right? So the elite access is kind of their newer one with no monthly fee and then just the activation fee. So if you wanted to go with the 100K, it's like $40, but then the activation fee is $250. So you're looking at $300 to go into a 100K account. Hey, thanks, Angia. Yes, MBT also. Yeah, so it would be a decent way to practice. You know, it's sort of like comparable to like the Apex, right? Where it's a little cheaper, right? And then if you do get funded on it, right, then it's a 40% consistency, which is also pretty good. You know, a little bit of higher consistency on it, and then you can 5 days to a payout, and maximum 5 accounts. So you do have to trade it for 5 days once it's funded. See that, guys? That's why I was saying I wouldn't really be buying that breakout that we had there. I mean, you could have made a little bit of money there, but so far we're stalling out. Where there seems like there's a bit of a seller up here in this area. So until we end up taking out that, 660 area, that would be when I would say, hey, let's look at taking longs up to the 700s. Lamthau, hello, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Good evening. Okay, Joanne, have a good day. She's done. She's done with us, everybody. Joanne's done with us, everybody. Have a good night, though. You're done for the week? Nice. Have you used a trailing stop, or do you prefer to manage each trade all the way? Yeah, so I usually like to manually move my stop, but if you are like, if you have to leave the desk, maybe that's a good time to put a trailing stop. It's just, like sometimes if you put a trailing stop, maybe you have to pay attention to something like the ATR, the average true range, for you to know how big to have your stop, or it might end up, it might end up stopping you out when it shouldn't have, right? So at least if you manage it, manually, you can say, well, here's the breakout level. If it comes back below this level, that's where I want my stop. And then you can kind of like consider it like that. So I've found it hard to follow it with a trailing stop. Now, if it's just ripping like an MOC or like a big news day, then maybe a trailing stop might be a good idea, right? Because it'll just, as fast as the price goes up, it's going to bring your stop up with it. So that would be a situation where I would consider using a trailing stop more. So Keelan, hey, what's up? Yo, how you doing? I got in on the tiny pump at 633. Still have 2 micros open. Stops in price. Nice. Good job. Badass. Butcher, if I may ask, how many evals did you blow before you passed the first one and moved to funded? Let me think about that. You know what? What did I have? I had about 2 or 3 evals before I got my first payout, but my first payout was actually on a straight to funded. So I kind of never ended up passing an eval before I got my payout. I just went straight to funded after I failed a couple. But since then, I've passed many. Like I had 11 funded accounts at the start of the year, and January and February I just oversized and tilted and ended up basically losing all of those accounts. So currently working on 2 Lucid Flex evals that are pretty close to passing, and I have a top 1 futures funded account, 150K. So, and you know, I was copy trading 5 take profit trader accounts that I had all funded. I copy traded 5 evals, passed all 5, and then ended up blowing them all in February. Copy trading. That's a downside of copy trading, guys, is if you go on a losing streak, you stand to lose more than 1 account, right? So SW, yes, I've got payouts. I wouldn't say that I'm in a profitable situation yet so far, but I've made about a little over 4,000 in payouts since I started trading. I've been trading futures for roughly about a year now. So, hey, you're welcome for explaining that. All right, there looks like we're trying to take those orders here, heading up towards the 60s. Yeah, so if you wanna see, I have the regular chart open on the full size stream. You're currently in like the vertical stream right now, and I pinned the link to the full size stream if you want to come on over here. There's usually more people in this side. We have about 20-ish people watching right now. There we go. We did take those orders at 60, guys. So yeah, you can pop on over here through that link if you want to the full size. So not too bad. I'm doing pretty good. Thanks, Keelan. Our top 1 futures and top 1 trader the same. Yes, they're the same prop firm. Just when they moved over to futures, they made top 1 futures instead of, you know, because I think that's like a CFD or a Forex trading, right? Their sites are very similar. Yeah, same company. All 11 funded accounts blown, did you say? Yes, over January and February, I ended up losing all those accounts. All 11 funded accounts. New high coming. Yeah, we did just make a new high there. So we could move our all-time high little level right there up. Everybody got a story. I'm new to prop firms. I blew my first account yesterday on TPT, Take Profit Trader, because I left my trade open past closing. Oh, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. Yeah. They have pretty strict rules on some of those, right? Luckily, Lucid is good because they will close your trade 15 minutes before, 15 minutes before the market closes. So I actually made that mistake before too. I left an order on, and it went into profit and it went well into profit, and then it ended up closing at 15 minutes before the market closed automatically for me. So you love the heat map? Yeah. It's definitely worthwhile, right? It's worthwhile to have on your, as an, confluence to your trades. It is pretty costly though. It's 40-ish bucks a month for the software, and then about 35 or 40 bucks a month for the data package. So it's not cheap. It's not cheap. SW, you switch over. All right, bro. Thanks. I appreciate the honesty. I feel like I'm gonna blow my 2 second eval, or your second eval, if I don't watch myself in sizing. Yeah, if I can say one thing, guys, is just keep the size down as small as possible, and then you can survive as long as possible, right? Don't worry about what everybody else is doing, because there's going to be other people that are making thousands and thousands of dollars. And once you build a buffer into your account, like say it's a 50K account, right? And then you hit the 3,000 target. Now, if you get it to 5,000, above your, $2,000 above your profit target, then maybe you can think about going to maybe 3 or 4 micros at that point, because you have that room to play, right? But as you guys know, especially in this market with, the truth posts and whatever, we can run, 100 points in a matter of a 2-minute candle, 1-minute candle sometimes. So you can easily blow your accounts if your sizing is incorrect. And this is a problem that we're all suffering, and I do too, right? Sometimes I'm just like, oh, this is a great trade. You know, I'm feeling like I've been on a good winning streak. Everything's working really good. And then that's the time when you go higher size that you're just going to like it's not going to work out, right? Yeah, who doesn't want to see the profits, the targets, the orders on the book map, right? So
Got a system. Everybody got a story. But the market, they don't care who you think you are.
yeah, it didn't really that was also the, what is that, the second deviation band there we rejected off of. I don't pay attention to this line as a level. I mean, this is just me pointing out the all-time high for myself. It's not like a resistance level. I just like to know where all-time high is. In fact, I might change the visibility of this guy, the style. Let's go to a dotted line just so it's less pronounced. I just want to know where it is, but I don't want anyone to think that it's a level to like trade off of, right? Looks like we got, like I said, we did find resistance at that second deviation band there, and we're pulling back towards the overnight VWAP, first deviation. So you're thinking about going with instant funded account? Do you recommend specific prop? Yeah, so that's what I was saying earlier. Keep in mind, I am a little bit biased because, I'm affiliated. So technically I am biased, but I have no reason to not back these companies because they're awesome companies. Top One Futures and Lucid, they're my two favorite prop firms. And if you're going to go straight to funded, I would definitely recommend looking at Top One Futures. They have the good old instant funded ones. You can get 50% off right now for a limited time using my code MBT. The 50K account is a pretty solid one. They have a 20% consistency score. So if you don't know what the consistency score is all about, take your highest winning day, multiply it times 5, and you want that to be as close to 3,000 as possible. So $600 in these accounts, in a 50K account, is what you would be shooting for to have a 20% consistency. If you go any higher than 600 on a single trading day, your profit target is going to be, say you go over by $50. You got to take that 50 times 5. So your new target is going to be 3,250 for your profit target. So just keep that in mind. That's a 20% consistency. Then you have the straight to funded Sim Pro account, which comes in a lot cheaper. Overall, they're cheaper, but they have a different sort of a score here. So this one is really important about risk management. So they have the equity stability score. So how this one works is it's a 20%, but you got to add your biggest losing day to your biggest winning day. And then that's how you come up with the equity stability score. So in this case, with a 3,000 target and a 20% consistency, you would have a maximum loss of 300 and a maximum win of 300. That would put you at that 600 times 5 is going to make it close to 3,000, right? The other one is Ignite Instant Funded. This is a guy that I've been leaning to lately. I just picked up, I have a 150K account with them. It's a 15% consistency score. So you have a little bit of a smaller daily profit target of 450. You don't want to cross that to make that target. So the Butcher, are the orders above at 660 on the book map? If you can hook me up with a quote. Looks like the majority of those orders got taken on that last push through the 660s. So there's only 20 contracts there right now. So nothing to be concerned about necessarily, right? So, hey, Dad, good evening. You missed me in the above. Oh, hey, sorry about that. Missed you earlier. My dad's in the chat, everybody. Okay, we're popping up again here, guys. Starting to take that second deviation band here. And we got this, the CVD is climbing pretty good there. So I'm going to wait for this candle to close here. It's a brand new candle. It's too bad we got a long ways to wait. Let's take, maybe we can look at the 3-minute chart here. And then we only have to wait a minute and a half more. We're currently getting above that second deviation band. And look at the volume, guys. Volume's pretty high here. So pretty high volume on those last two push, you know, 2 green candles there. So we're looking pretty bullish at the moment. Oil isn't really doing much, so that's not really an indicator right now. Although it did sell off. It looked like it was breaking out and kind of sold off a bit. I would not short this. Yes, you can go all the way to 73.40 on ES. Yeah, yeah, I could see that. 73.40. I mean, the 73.40 is it's a bit of a stretch, but yeah, I mean, you never know. You never know. Damn, I'm still in my trade too. Nice. There it goes, right? Nice. Thank you so much. Maybe a short. You're thinking about shorting this? Yeah, so that's why we're going to wait for this candle to close because, like I said, we do have some sort of a seller up in this area. I don't know how strong this seller is, but so far they are pulling it back a little bit. We do have that trend line too. This channel, sorry, not trend line. It kind of has a trend line on the bottom side, but a channel that we're trying to break into. And yeah, again, this is why we're waiting for candle closures, right, guys? Because had you chased that up there, you'd be you know, feeling a little bit of pain at the moment. Not extreme amount, but there's a 7 to 10 point pullback there, depending on where you could have got into. 38% of 1,000 range. We're above the 25% of the 1,000 range. Okay, thanks for that, Chris. I appreciate that. Hopefully you took a little more off on that pump, badass. I think I've been leaving this one song on a little too long here, eh? Let's switch it up. Where's this? Let's go with the Broken Anthem.
Hey, what's up? Good evening. We just getting live right now. 6 people in the chat. Let's go. Opened up the chart, yeah, we barely got sleep. MNQ moving wild while the volume low key. Oil going up, but the NASDAQ too. One of y'all lying, I don't trust you. Flag pattern forming, kinda looks clean. 5 green candles, yeah, you know what I mean. Trying to catch a move, but I'm staying patient. Chat talking wild, saying financial statements.
You're happy with your stop, so you're gonna let it ride or die? Nice. Okay. I mean, why not, right? As long as you got, you know, if you're locked in profit, anyways, that's good. No harm, no foul. Trying to be patient here, wait for it to make a new high, right? We do still have. Do we still have the orders at 700? Can't see it on here right now. There we go. Yeah, still 135 contracts there, up at 27,700. So just got taken out. Nice run though. All right, there you go. Good trade though. So this could actually be the manipulation that we need, guys, before we end up rolling over, right? So what we can do is we can watch for an inversion of the fair value gap here. We have this 3-minute. Let's go back to the 5 if we're going to wait for an inversion. No inversions actually available currently on the 5, so maybe we do have to watch the 3. So if we do invert this, that's a good sign that we're going to possibly go lower, but I would at least wait till we get below the high day VWAP here, which technically isn't the high day VWAP anymore, I guess, because now it's up here. So we can't really use that as a level either now. So scratch that. So, I mean, technically, if we invert this by getting a candle closure below this level, we could think about taking a short, sort of targeting at least this next fair value gap below 27,635. Not a whole lot of space in there, but it could be a nice little scalp we could find there. Oh, hey, finally that icon came off of my... Let's see if my display settings are going to work now, too. It really won't even let me use, like, go to my display settings for some reason. And Alt Tab isn't working. Yeah, something's weird about my computer right now, for sure. Gonna have to restart after the stream.
Hey, what's up? Good evening. We just getting live right now. 6 people in the chat. Let's go. Opened up the chart, yeah, we barely got sleep. MNQ moving wild while the volume low key. Oil going up, but the NASDAQ too. One of y'all lying, I don't trust you. Flag pattern forming, kinda looks, yeah. Market Butcher live. We're not here to gamble. We here to survive. I don't need a home run, I just need a base hit. Small size gang, yeah, we staying consistent. MNQ sweep stops, yeah, it does that quick. So I wait for the pullback, then I take my pick. Stack it up slow, don't blow the account. 36.
You're close to passing that, hey? 112 from passing my eval, long or short here. Hey, don't rush it, Tony. Don't rush it. Do not rush it. So be patient here. We'll be waiting. You know, if you're that close, I would say wait for a pullback to the VWAP or something, right? What setup you looking for, brother? Dean Alberti. Hey, good evening. Good evening. Well, what I was saying earlier is that if we can end up taking these orders and we end up getting back into this channel looking bullish, I was going to say we're probably going to be going up to the 700 level, because we do have orders here, 128 contracts up at 27,700. But we did form a nice wick up there. Let's take a look at ES compared to NQ here. See if we have an SMT or not. It looks like we don't have an SMT. So because we made a higher high here with this wick, although I don't know if you count the wick, maybe. So if we go from a body closure to a body closure, we're higher closure up there. But then if we go from here, yeah, we did have a higher closure also. Okay, so no SMT right now. We used an SMT the other night for a short idea. So it looks like our second deviation band here is sort of acting as resistance. So you know, I would be looking, if price comes back to the overnight VWAP here at the previous day high and find some support there, we could think about trying to take it long there. Now you're gonna have to wait for it to kind of show a little bit of support though. Don't just like put an order here and hope it holds, right? Because if this ends up being a falling knife, you'd hate to be in here and then have to, you know, the price is going to end up going all the way to value area high, right? So I would be looking to wait for a potential pullback here, 27,625 for a long. I mean, no reason to be anything other than bullish at the moment unless the market decides to show us otherwise. This could just be a normal pullback. How far is it going to go? Not sure. Could think about looking for an inversion on this fair value gap with a scalp to the downside. So if we end up getting a closure sort of down at the 651 area, we might end up, that just could be giving us a sign that we're going to head a little bit lower temporarily here. So, but yeah, Tony, take it easy, keep that size down, slow and steady. Try to lock in those base hits as soon as you can if you're taking a trade, right? And just wait for a good setup. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Hey, we got 30 people watching now. None in X though. That's interesting. The other night we had quite a few people in X. Maybe we're not hitting the feed right now. Oh, it shows me. It shows me. I'm hosting live Globex futures trading, MNQ MGC. But it seems like the algorithm's not spreading the love right now on there, over there on the X. We're not here to gamble. We're here to survive. I don't need a home run, I just need a base hit. Small size gang, yeah, we staying consistent. MNQ sweep stops, yeah, it does that. Good evening, good morning, where you trading from? Go getting close. So let's see if we're going to get this closure here. We got 1 minute left on this candle. That fair value gap ends right around 652, 27,652. It's a small one, but it's there. Sort of like that right there. And this would be a bullish one. So we'll label it green for now. Just to keep that visual representation while the price is already moved down below it. All my losses in the past week have been from thinking price is ready to shift down. Yeah, I mean, really in this market right now, there's no real reason to look for shorts, right? You're better off to just wait for the pullbacks and then look for some support and then go long again, right? Because overall, we've been just so bullish. I mean, all-time highs, the best way, in my opinion, to trade all-time highs, not financial advice, is always looking for longs. I mean, you can catch some banger shorts, right? But if you try to short the top, you're going to get burned quite often, right? So trend is your friend until the end. Yes, very much so. Can't agree with that more. I still got to feed the dogs, guys. Okay, look at that. So we did invert that fair value gap. So what we can do now is we can look for a retest in this fair value gap for a potential entry on a short position. Let's see if we can get a bounce up into this guy. So we will make this one a yellow since it's inverted. And it looks like we're not going to get this chance, actually. Kind of making the move now. 8 points down already. Probably going to come down to this fair value gap at least, at a minimum. What can you do? What can you do? Can't catch them all. You're going to wait for a certain criteria, and sometimes it's not going to happen, right? So if anything you can learn is just be patient. On occasion, I do like the 3 minutes. So if I'm on a 5 minute, like I was on a 5 minute there, and we did not have any fair value gaps to trade off of, right? Now we've left a bearish 5 minute fair value gap on here. So we could get back to there. So anytime that I can't see any fair value gaps, I might scale down to a shorter time frame so that we can see where that potential imbalance is on the charts. So we do have orders down there, 27,600. Those quite a ways below, down at the 1 standard deviation below the VWAP. So we'll look at that, guys. Touch the very top of that fair value gap. That's what I was saying. Like if we invert this guy, we're probably heading to this guy. Although I didn't really get that entry. Now it's a matter of is this gonna continue down, or is it gonna find support, start curling back up here? And then this is a good sign too that short was gonna happen. We bounced up, formed a big whip, trapped a bunch of buyers up here, right? And then they pushed it down here to stop all these guys out. So seems like a pretty quiet night. We got 28 people in YouTube, 0 in X, and then we got another 6 in the vertical stream. So hey, everybody in the vertical stream, good evening. If you're looking at me in the vertical stream there, you're going to only see Bookmap, but maybe that's helpful for you. If you're trading off a chart and you just want to see Bookmap, that's there. But if you do want to hop across to the full-size screen where we have, Trading View and the Bookmap, you can pop over there by hitting the link pinned in the comment section there. Yeah, did anybody take that short? I don't know. I was calling it out, but I didn't take it myself, and I didn't really have you know, the criteria that I would have wanted to see. I would have wanted to see this candle close and then this one pop up a little bit and then get rejected down. That didn't happen, so didn't really get a chance to get an entry. 15 points though. It's a pretty nice little pullback.
Went long on mess, yeah. 7123 ATM dialed in, yeah. Come trade like me. Plus 600, yeah. She flexing the gains. Silver in Asia, yeah. We running that game. Market going for blood, yeah. We all know. Tick charts, fleet charts. Where the volume flow. Rocket emoji countdown, lift off. But then someone says, don't trade, yeah. We back off. Discord check, yeah. We built that move. Trading from gold getting close, yeah, the moves might run. Hit the TP while I got disconnected. Market so choppy, man, I should've respected it. Subscribe, hit the bell, yeah, we live right now. One micro short, we don't risk that crown. From Hong Kong to India.
All right. You're in front. You're in from 652 micros. If I can get to VWAP, I'll pass the eval. Nice. I mean, there's a good chance it's gonna head down there, but make sure you just lock in some of that profit. Don't let it go turn into a losing trade, right? Hey, Lilish Borker, what's up? Good evening to you. Good evening to you. Yeah, so I'm getting pretty close to passing those two evals also. One of them is about 650 away. And the other one is, let me just, I got to close a couple things on my apps. Slow, feeling like I might sleep, but then boom, TP hit while I DC. Went long on mess, yeah. I feel like there's a couple too many things. This computer's getting old. Yeah, come trade like me. Plus 600, yeah, she flexing the gains. Silver in Asia, yeah, we running that game. Market going for blood, yeah, we all know. Tick charts, fleet charts, where the volume flow. Rocket emoji countdown, lift off, but then someone says don't trade, yeah, we back off. Angia, you're so nice. You're so polite. Everybody loves Angia. Sorry, I got distracted there. So yeah, so I'm about $640 away from passing the one eval, and the other one is, what is this? The other one is about 825 away from passing. So what happened was one day the copy trading disconnected, and I ended up taking a trade in only one account, and that's why they're different. So I was copy trading these two accounts, and then I made, I think it was like 350 or something like that in one account. 250 in one account and not in any of the other ones. So Angia, like the stream, not me. Haha. Nice. Yeah, thank you. So it looks like we got at least one more subscriber. Maybe that was one of the new people in the chat there. Possibly it was maybe S-Dub or Keelan. Yeah, I should say that more often. Hey, like the stream, guys. Appreciate the support. All right, so we did find support there at that 27,634. Now, is this just going to be a small little bounce before we end up rolling over again here? Possibly. 644 might have. Yeah, let's pay attention to this level here, this 27,644. If this is going to reject off of this level, we might be chopping a little bit in between these two fair value gaps for a few minutes here. Let's go to the 5 minute. So we do have a 5 minute fair value gap there, bearish one. Interesting, hey? Oh, hey, Keelan. I was just saying I thought you might have been one of the new subscribers. That's all I was saying. What happens? You copy trade and then trade copy or disconnects and you could not close the trade? No, that's not what happened to me. But what happened was it disconnected and then I put in. So if you've done it before on Tradeovate, you know that for every account that you're copying, you have to put one contract for every account. So if it's, in this case, I'm copying 2. So every time I make an order, it has to be in a multiple of 2. So sorry, one sec here. This Ralph guy.
Good evening, good morning, where you trading from? Oh, getting close, yeah, the moon might run. Hit the TP while I got disconnected. Market so choppy, man, I should've respected it. Subscribe, hit the bell, yeah, we live right now. One Michael short, we don't risk that crown. From Hong Kong to India, we all locked and drop. Silver, my friend, yeah, we stacking wins. Hello in the chat, yeah, the squad pulling up. Weekend was waves, beer taste, and fill my cup. Ooh,
Maybe some of you guys are thinking, "Oh, who's Ralph? Is it his kid?" I guess it's kind of sort of like that, but it's my dog. My dog. Hey, what's up, Ralph? Come on. Oh. Let's say hi to the chat. Say hi to the chat, Ralph. Hey, buddy. Hey, guys.
Yeah, she flexing the gains. Silver in Asia, yeah, we running that game. Market going for blood, yeah, we all know. Tick charts, fleet charts.
This is my little guy, Ralph. He had to make an appearance. Oh yeah, I think might have to get Frank on the stream today too. Okay, sweet. Thanks for subscribing. What are you doing, Ralph? What are you doing over there?
Good evening, good morning, where you trading from? Oh, getting close, yeah, the moves might run. Hit the TP while I got disconnected. Market so choppy, man, I should've respected. Subscribe, hit the bell, yeah, we live right now.
Hey, Paul, what's up? Spoke too soon again? What happened? What a good boy. Oh, yeah, he's a good boy. Just trying to keep him. He's got like, you know, a bit of a skin issue right now, and he's just kind of like rubbing his head on the side of his bed there. So I'm just trying to stop him from doing that because it just kind of like makes it worse, right? So I got him on antibiotics, and I got this like sort of like antiseptic spray that I got to use on him to like clean the wounds, and then he's also got this like this cream that I got to put on him. So trying to battle that. This guy's had a rough go at life in the later years of his life. 2 spinal surgeries. Then he had pneumonia for over a year, battling a pneumonia for over a year, and then now it's a skin issue. It's like if it's not one thing, it's next, right? So we're bouncing here, but it's not very high volume. So I'm kind of interested to see if this is going to be, you know, a rejection point to the move back down to the VWAP. Kind of tempted to take it to an attempt to short in here. So hopefully we'll get another attempt into this fair value gap here. Find some resistance at that level. Your dog's 15 and a diabetic. Oh, so you totally get it then. You're having to deal with issues also then, right? He's on like a pill for his breathing. It's apatheo something or other, and it's just like it's a bronchial dilator, just makes it easier for him to breathe since he's had that pneumonia thing. And then now he's on a different antibiotic. It's like half a pill once every 24 hours, and then I gotta bath him often and with Epsom salts, and I got a medicated shampoo, and then also the spray and the cream. So they're both, the spray and the cream are kind of the same thing, but it's easier to apply the spray in some areas and the cream in others. So yeah. Hey, Space Futures FX in the house. What's up?
Good evening, good morning, where you trading from? Oh, getting close, yeah, the moves might run. Hit the TP while I got disconnected. Market so choppy, man.
Why did this get out of order or something? The gong was not up at the top before. There we go. I didn't mean to hit the laugh. I wanted to do the applause.
We live. 50 people watching, 20 likes. Hit the button. See? MNQ on the chart.
Live. 50 people watching. 20 likes.
Iran news. Oil's moving strange.
MNQ on the chart. I'm scalping every move. Mess running slow, but I'm still in the groove. Stop loss tight.
27,643. So we have the 9 EMA and the 21 EMA, and it looks kind of like they're almost crossing at that level. Okay, I'm gonna try this, guys, here. See if we can't get into the short. If we get an inversion on this fair value gap, let's take a look at the 3 here. I'm gonna watch a 3-minute. It'll give us a little bit of a tighter risk control on this. If we end up getting a candle closure above that fair value gap, I'll be looking to get out of this trade. If we get an entry, and then we won't be looking for a home run or anything on this, guys, just because we got to think it's going to be somewhat, overall we're still bullish, but we'll take an attempt at a scalp trade here. I'm going to be pretty aggressive with my stop. Also, if we start pulling back down a little bit here, we'll end up putting a stop slightly in the profit just to see if we can't get a runner. Maybe we can get this all the way down to the VWAP. I'm scalping every move. Mess running slow, but I'm still in the groove. Stop loss tight. Nah, wait, maybe not. There we go. Nice reaction there off of that fair value gap. Now let's see if we can't break down through the 36s. Yeah, that's that trick. Small size gang. Yeah, we don't rush. Base hits only. No fuss. Look at the drop. Yeah, Jack going wild. Somebody said they ain't slept in a while. Tips to avoid over leveraging. So if this candle starts turning red, I'm going to put my stop in there to break even, or slightly in a little bit of commission or in a little bit of profit. So you're short 645. Nice. Yeah, that's 644.75 there. So if we can get below, or if we start pushing below 640, I'm just going to put my stop in here to break even with covering costs and commissions. 1 micro so far. Watching that 640 here to see if we can't take this, because we do have orders down at 640 area, so we're gonna need a little bit of seller pressure here to get through that level. Hey, Cop Maps, what's up? You're long at 640? Oh, we got some opposite positions here. Okay, buy 2 stop. Gonna put that stop in a profit there, slightly in a profit anyways. Maybe put it a little bit, 1 or 2 more ticks down, just so we have cover our costs and commissions, worst case scenario. Again, I'm overall bullish still, guys, so we can try to be patient and see if we can't get a breakdown below this level, but this might end up just, you know, bouncing on us. So worst case scenario, we're going to make a small cost and commission trade. Looks like it's going to stop us actually right away here. Yeah. So holy crap, that's loud. So this one might still run, but like I said, I'm pretty bullish overall, so I don't want to be. Maybe I should have had that stop a little bit higher than that, because it looks like I got top ticked on that stop on this candle, which is too bad. But 3 minute sideways at the 50 EMA. Where's our 200 EMA? Way down there. That's too bad. Could have been a good trade. Again, I'm trying to trade this tight because I just I'm getting close to the payout on these guys. I don't really want to give too much back. So it's noon in Hong Kong. Nice. Did someone go into bed? Oh, Space Futures. Just dropping by to say hi at 1 a.m. in Brazil. Wow, I'm going to sleep. I'll be back for New York tomorrow. Break even today in Asia. Okay, all right, Space FX. See you tomorrow then. Yeah, look at that though. Oh man, top ticked on that last candle there on the stop loss. I moved it down one tick too many there. What can you do though? You want to go long but no trades on Friday? What's telling you to go long here anyways? I mean, I feel like there's still room at least to the VWAP. Oh geez, guys, look at that. I got gypped out of this trade. Look at that. Ah, what is going on? Hey, be careful here. Don't jump into anything, guys. We got some volatility right now. Waiting for some news to possibly come out. You lost $5. Nice. You didn't get stopped, badass? Oh, you're in that still? Oh, you lucky guy, man. Oh, nice. Yeah, see, like, we saw this coming, didn't we? It just, I was a little too tight on my stop there. And, you know, it's funny. I moved it down one more tick before, after I'd placed it. And then, of course, it got stopped. Thanks for the signal, Dave. Hey, you're welcome. Did you pass that account on that trade there now? Tony. Did you get it, Tony? Just passed the combine on that drop to view up. Nice job, Linda. Awesome. 3 minute high volume shakeout, maybe. Yeah, possibly. Oh, what a drop here. I feel so sad now that I got left out of that trade. I was too conservative on that stop loss. You got out early with small profit? Okay. Yeah, congrats, guys. Good job. Good job. And then that might have been our potential entry for a long, too, at the at the VWAP there. But be patient here. Don't just buy it here, right? Because if you did have an order sitting there at the VWAP, you could have taken a little bit of profit right away, 10 points. But, you know, this might not be done its move. That was a pretty high volume volatility, high volume move. So we might end up heading lower here. So again, we're looking back here. We had this big wick at the top. That's an indication of, you know, a sweep of liquidity. And then now look at that. We went all the way back down to the VWAP. So we'll have to see here. Are we going to get a little bit more of a, you know, Are we going to find support here and end up going back up to the highs or whatnot? Let's see. Maybe this is maybe this channel isn't really correct. Let's go to the higher time frame here. I just feel like it's a little too steep, you know? But like if we use these levels, I mean it's accurate, right? But I mean technically this could be something like this. We got a bunch of touches there on that. And then we line it up with that low there, and then it matches that low there on the VWAP. Sometimes we do get out of these channels for a bit, right? So it doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but the angle of that the angle that we had on the just seems a little too drastic. So, well, I don't feel bad about not making the winning trade on my own account because you guys caught that trade, so that's good. Good to see some of you guys hit that trade. ES and NQ hit the VWAP. ES did too. Oh yeah, it bounced right off the VWAP there. Man, I shouldn't have choked that trade out. Just wasn't, you know, like I said, I'm overall bullish. So that's why I was keeping this tight stop on it. But of course, top ticked on the stop. Because look here. Can't get any more on the top of that candle right there. Look at that. Top ticked on that candle and then rejected. That sucks. You got it? Might have a consistency issue. We'll see. Okay. Hopefully not. But congratulations. Good trade. It hit my TP immediately. Quick money. Yeah, there you go. Nice. Were you targeting the VWAP or were you targeting like just a certain point amount on that Paul?
Said, watch this, then it goes. MNQ on the chart, I'm scalping every move. Mess running slow, but I'm still in the groove. Stop loss tight, unless I forget. Then I'm sitting there like, what? Market butcher live. Mustang trader in the building.
There's an imbalance there? In where? Where? Let me see. Do you trade stock options also, bro? No, I used to, but ever since I got into futures, I just don't really have the time for it, you know. One thing I like switching from stocks and options over to futures is you only have to watch like 3 charts. You know, I usually watch like NQ, ES, and YM. And then lately, because oil's been such a mover and a market mover, I've been, you know, I got rid of YM and I've been watching oil, and that's only for like indication on the market overall, right? So, but oil really isn't doing much, right? It's just been playing between 105, sort of like 105.25 and up to 106 or so. So pretty tight price action there on oil. Right where the wick ends, there's an imbalance. Oh yeah, there is. I see that. Yeah, we got a 5-minute bullish fair value gap right at the bottom of that wick. So that wick basically, well, it didn't even quite touch it actually. Didn't quite get there. Okay, well, if these shorts are going to continue, we got to wait for a candle closure below the overnight VWAP here, below this red line. if we can get a candle closure below that, then I could definitely say, we're probably going to head a little bit lower here. Let's take a look at the higher time frame, see if we can't see any. So we do have these 15-minute fair value gaps down here near the value area high. So that could be our eventual target. Let's take a look at the 30 and the 1 hour. Yeah, so 30 right at the value area high, 1 hour below the value area high. So let's keep that in mind, the 27,510 for a potential target if we end up sort of taking out the overnight VWAP and, with a strong move and a strong closure below. Maybe you could even wait for 600 to be taken, that round psychological number, one standard deviation below the VWAP, or at least pay attention to that level if you do end up getting into a short below the VWAP. Always got to pay attention to those big round numbers, the 600 or 500, whatever, the big 100 round numbers. They're often psychological numbers that people either take profits or there's a buyer sitting there or something, right? So keep that in mind. High day VWAP still holding here. Oil has diverged and going down while NQ goes down. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's so choppy right now, right? Oil. So you can't really use oil as an indicator, it seems like tonight. Unless, oil could be building up for a bigger move here, right? So keep in mind, so far it looks like it's just consolidating, and it's like wicked out the bottom and then wicked out the top. So we're probably going to get a decent move out of oil here sooner or later tonight, which will help move the other indices, right? But yeah, right now oil's choppy, and NQ didn't really go that far. I mean, we did get a nice pullback to the VWAP. It's 37 people watching, and then nobody in X though. What's going on? How come nobody's looking on X right now? I just gonna throw a comment in there because maybe it'll send it out there. X is mid. Oh, it's just like typically when I'm watching the charts, right? Oh, there we go. Boom. Just like that, we got 3 people watching. I put a comment in X, and now there's 3 people over there watching. So that's interesting. Four people in the vertical stream and 40 people watching now between YouTube and X. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Good evening. Hopefully everyone's doing well and capturing some money out of the market here. Some of you guys got some money out of that trade. Unfortunately, I didn't. Stopped out. It was a decent idea, though. And again, like I was saying, don't look for too much out of that move either, because VWAP's there, previous day high. Seems like we're holding it so far. But I'm not convinced that we're going to bounce from here. This is, we're just playing with the VWAP right now. So either we need to start, maybe invert one of these fair value gaps, looking for a move to the top side, or get a nice strong break below the VWAP and then closure down below somewhere. We do have the 80-20 idea potentially, right? Because this is 620 down here. So we did almost tap the 620 on the low of that candle. It's like 621. Where's Amin? Where's Sharpie? All right, let's switch up these tunes. I'm gonna go with something a little more generic here. Get rid of those AI songs for now. Did Amin post anything in the charts channel? Let's see here. Oh, Amin and Angia chatting away in the charts there, chart channel. We do have a Discord channel, guys. If you're interested, it's a free Discord. If you want to come hang out, we are building a decent community there. We have 84, 100, and we're about 110 people in the Discord. It's been a grind growing that one too, but we're getting there. Play some metal for us, bro. I don't have any metal music, but that's not a bad idea. How about I can make a song right now. Let's make a song. Let's make a heavy metal, sort of like a metal song. Let's make a metal song. Maybe the metal will make us rock on, up or down. Okay, that wasn't that funny, but need to get above the last volume spike if we're bullish in 3 minute. Yeah, volume kind of slowed down there after we got that push lower there. That makes me think that we might end up rolling over here again. As you can see here, look at the book map, guys. It's mostly dark above, and we have more orders below. So 620, 612, 600. Let's take a look at NQ instead of MNQ. Oh, we got a little bit more above on NQ, the big dog contracts, 75, 87, and 700 above. So given a little bit of a mixed bag there. A little bit of orders down at 625 and 620, just directly below us here. Getting close to doubling my personal account now, only 35 away from doubling. Nice job. That's definitely worth celebrating. Get a couple air horns and an applause. Good job. Keep it up. I can't wait till you say you doubled it and then you're going to double it again. I'm looking forward to that part. Butcher, I like that 1 hour previous pin bar bearish sentiment to the downside. Come London open short entry. Yeah, I mean, that could be an idea, definitely. Let's see the 1 hour chart here. Oh, wow. Yeah, look at that. Look at that thing. That's definitely a dragon or tombstone doji. Tombstone, right? I think they call that a tombstone doji. So big wick to the top side, very indecisive candle on the in the closure here, but tight closure. But with that wick on the top, it's definitely looking bearish for sure. I like it. Is there a minimum buffer you like to keep in your funded accounts when you take a payout? That's a good question. So I would say yes. But if it's like, if you haven't taken many payouts, I would just take it when you can, you know? Because, you know, it would suck to like end up blowing it and not get your first payout kind of thing. I don't know what you're at, where you're at, Tony, but depending on the account size too, like, you know, I would want to get it. I would want to keep at least the normal drawdown as buffer in your account if possible, right? That's like the safest way to do it. So if you have a 50K and it's a $2,000 drawdown, then you want to like get your account up to the point where you have, after you take your payout, that there's still 2,000 of drawdown left, right? So that would be a good way to look at it. I mean, the more the better, right? The more buffer, the better. But if it's, you know, if it's one of your early payouts, like I would say take it, right? Like don't try to push it too far. Maybe take a smaller payout amount just so you can keep more buffer in there. But I would definitely want to keep it somewhere around whatever 2,000 if it's a 50K, right? Because it would suck to to take your payout and then you end up losing the account shortly after because there's not much drawdown, right? But at the same time, if you blow it and you don't take the payout, you're really going to be mad at yourself. So it's kind of a two-sided answer, I guess, there. Maybe if I shut this one off for a second. I was hoping if I were to turn off the one chart or the one screen that it would reorganize it as not my main screen, because it shouldn't be up there. It shouldn't be my main screen. So it would be 250 starting to 500 since February. Nice. That's great. Yeah, slow and steady. And on those cash accounts, it's all your money. So that's awesome. Keep it up, slow and steady. And then next time it's going to be 1,000, and then 2,000, and then 4,000. Right? Jane Bond, hey, how are you doing? Doing good, thanks. How are you? I'm a little sad right now, Jane. I ended up taking a short here on this bearish fair value gap. Ended up getting top ticked on my stop in, like I locked my stop in a small bit of profit. We ended up bouncing up. Took me out on the top of that candle and then went all the way to the VWAP there. A bunch of people in chat caught it at least. So I don't feel that bad about it, but hopefully we can find some more good trades here tonight. Price isn't moving very fast. It's pretty slow, but at least we're getting some sort of a, at least we're respecting some of these fair value gaps. Where are you from, Jane? I was looking at my YouTube stats, and I think there's only like 2 or 3% of all the viewers are females. So there are very few and far between females that watch the stream. It's just it's a sausage fest here. Yeah, I somehow get stopped like that too, more than my share. Oh yeah, I think you said before you're from Montreal. Nice. Good old East Coasters. So you speak French? I want more female trader friends. Yeah. Well, you got Angia and Joanne, and now Jane. Yeah, there's just not that many. Oh, and there's Lam Thao in the chat also. Those are the three. I think there's another Julie something. She's been around lately too. Hey, Facile Crypto in the house. What's up, brother? Oh, Linda in the. Oh, Julie is you. Okay, that's you. You have a different account, or is that? How did I come up with that? Getting close to 1K subs. That's very nice. Yeah, thank you, sir. Getting here late night to see what's moving. Yeah, we're looking a little bearish at the moment. I'm trying to wait here to see what's gonna happen with this VWAP. Looking like they're gonna go try to take it. That's my dad in the chat there. He's saying, "Hi, Julie." Okay, let's see if we got that. I gotta start making that song here that I said I would make here earlier. Let's see. I've never made a rock song yet, or a heavy metal type song from AI yet. So let's do this here. We'll paste this in here, and then I need to get the prompt. Heavy metal, aggressive male vocals, powerful riffs, modern metalcore groove, intense but controlled, trading themed, chant style chorus. That sounds pretty good. I think it's gonna be good. Did you ever use Ichimoku indicator? It goes ahead of price. No, I have not used that one. I think a couple people have brought that up in the chat in the past, so I haven't done that. So no, same account. It's because Google changed my pseudo for my real name. I had to change it back. Okay, gotcha. One more push up, then down to Asia low. What do you think? Well, I'm kind of like, yeah, I could see us going to Asia low for sure, but I would want to see us I want to see us take this VWAP and get a nice closure below before I would take short. You know, the easy rule of thumb is if you were looking for longs, if you're above the VWAP, and looking for shorts if you're below it. So I'd want to see a nice strong push through it with a nice closure below. We do have this fair value gap here, so we could look for sort of an inversion of that fair value gap for a little bit more confluence in that trade idea. And looks like 591. So again, and then 600 is a pretty key level here. So whether or not we're going to get through 600 would be another question. So it's not the cleanest trade, right? So first we got to wait for the move below the VWAP. Then we have below that we have a fair value gap, which could be support, and then below that we have 600, which could be support. So kind of a hard area to like really judge if we're gonna continue pushing down or not, right? Yeah, pass through the VWAP for sure is needed. It's been holding. Yeah, so far it's holding. It's playing with the VWAP. Doesn't mean that we're not going to go lower still, right? But at the moment, until we actually get a nice strong closure below it. So, but like I said, we have these. We have that fair value gap. Then we have 600, and then we have the Asia lows. So, kind of like when I look at that, I just feel like it's not going to be easy move through that area. I mean, I could be wrong. Obviously, you never know what's going to happen, but that's just a lot of potential support areas below. Kind of a reversal double shape on the 5 minute, W shape on the 5 minute. Yeah. Like if we're going to go higher, you mean? Or, oh, you're looking at this guy right here like this, W. And we have this manipulation, this wick up at the top. So, I mean, overall, you know, we've been bearish now for a few minutes here. And we did form that big wick up there. But again, holding the VWAP, so, and holding previous day high. Hard to say exactly what's going to happen here. What time do we got here? I'm just gonna step away from the charts here for a sec, guys. I just gotta get some food for the dogs. It's getting late here and they haven't had dinner yet, so apologize. Hopefully we don't get a crazy move here while I'm away from the desk, but if we do, don't chase. Be responsible. But I'll be right back. I'm just gonna whip up some dog food real quick. Ralph's dinner. Hey, come on. What do you keep falling on the side of your mouth, Robert? Well, it looks like we're attempting to go through the VWAP here. We bought the VWAP is strong, about to bust. I think NQ wants to go down. Yeah, it's kind of looking that way, right? Let's take a look back at the big NQ orders here. 27,620, 27,600. 600 is pretty far down there, but not out of reach now. NQ. So we do have a cluster of orders above at sort of, what is this, 20, 28, 34, but then a whole bunch down here. The more substantial orders down here at 600 and just below 600. 98 or something. What is this, 97? Cooking dog an 8-course meal? Yeah. Yeah, he's I've been hand feeding him for for the last 2 years. He's an oldie, and he's had lots of health issues. So there we go. We're starting to take the VWAP now. Now we'll just wait for a closure here. See if we can't get a closure below, because we did wick down here before and bounced. Haven't used VWAP since you first started learning trading. What are the advantages to seeing if using versus maybe EMAs? So it's just the weighting is different, right? The volume weighted average price, right? So it's gonna give you a different number, right? And a lot of the banks and institutions and the bigger funds and stuff, they all like to use VWAP, right, for their entries and exits and everything like that, right? So if they're piling on, they're buying it, they'll be waiting for pullbacks to the VWAPs. So on the heat map, does orange mean sell orders? No, it's just orders on the book. So if it's a limit order, whether it's because there's going to be some. So typically, if it's above, right, the darker the color, the more orders, basically. So if it's yellow, it's going to be like, there's orders there, but it's not that many. And then as you can see down here, it's like bright red. That's like 83 contracts. So the darker it is, the more orders are at that level. I did get a question yesterday, I think it was yesterday or recently anyways, about the stop limit orders and stuff, right? So if it is a stop order, it's not going to show up on here because the orders will get sent to the market after the price gets touched, right? So limit stop market order, you won't see it at all. But if it's a stop limit order, you might have a moment to see the limit before it gets tagged, right? And sometimes you put a limit order, it'll activate, say if it gets to 28, 628, it'll activate your order to be at 630 for the stop. So that's another option, and then you might see those orders. So typically it's either going to be a buy or a sell order above or below the price, but the color is more directed to like how many contracts are at that level rather than whether it's a buy or a sell order. Flowers HVAC, I like that. You obviously work in the air, heating cooling industry. Where are you tuning in from, Flowers? Yeah, so good thing. I hope none of you guys took that short, right? Because we didn't get a closure below there. That's why waiting for those candle closures is so important, right? It's your biz? Nice. That's a great business to have, for sure. Everybody needs heating, cooling, and air conditioning. Little Rock is obviously that's in the US somewhere. I'm sorry if I'm sound like I don't know anything, but I'm in Canada, so the US has a lot of places. So to me, this is a no trade zone right now, guys. This whole area, right? We're just chopping in here. Arizona, Arizona, I think. Nice. Very nice. Little Rock is where my mom was born. Nice. Yo, Jim Blob, how you doing? Yeah, I'm in near Vancouver, British Columbia, and Canada. So the West Coast, About a 1 hour drive out of Vancouver. Let's take this down, Julie Brown. Yeah. Force fed the price down to the downtown. Julie Brown. Okay, let's see. I think that song. Oh yeah, that song's ready. We got the rock song ready. Let's download these guys. And then I gotta add it to the stream here. 3 people watching over in the vertical stream, and 56 currently in YouTube, with 3 in X. Let's add some music here. Let's get this rock song uploaded here. Downloads. So it's gonna be our debut album, guys. Here we got we're gonna be playing a heavy metal song for the markets to go lower. I got 2 of them though, so I'm gonna upload them both here before I start playing it. It made like 2 versions, so we'll have to decide which one is better. All right, let's do this. This is Market Puncher. Come on, let's push it lower here. Vertical streams means they're mobile users. Yeah, exactly, Lilish. Just trying to get a little more exposure. I told Downtown Julie Brown that she was good enough for Playboy, then she did it. I was her chauffeur in Los Angeles. No way, really? You're just joking, laughter. You're a funny guy. MNQ moves fast, it'll rip your face. One bad trade. Pay the price. Risk management is success.
Get out. We trade with discipline. This is Market Butcher.
That would be a dream, Force Fed. I dream. You prefer Asia session or New York? You know, it depends on the day. That's going to be my answer. It depends on the day. You know, because some days New York's super hard to trade, right? Some days it's really clean. And then same thing for Asia. Like, we've caught some really nice bangers on Asia. So it really depends on how market is trending on the day. Like, quite often we've been in these evening streams here, and we're just like sitting through this type of price action where it's just not doing anything worthwhile trading, right? So, but we've had also days where you can just literally just buy it and like wait for hours, and it's just slowly going up and up and up. So it's it depends. They all have their good days and their bad days, I guess. No, I'm flat right now. I'm looking for a short potentially, but I need a 5-minute candle closure. Nice strong take of the VWAP here and a candle closure down below the VWAP before I'll look at taking a short at this point. No emotion. No revenge. So that's song number 1. We got another one coming up after, which is the same, but just it'll have different music to it. Same lyrics. It's a fat bastard, a leftover chunk of fat bastard burrito, and it's like a beef burrito basically. You're short from 653? You're gonna hodl? Oh yeah, well I mean if you're short from up there, of course. Definitely hold that. Looking at VWAP on the 5-minute today New York session, there was a few 200-point opportunities where price shot up out of the VWAP range. Interesting, I might start using it. Yeah, it's it works, bro. It works. I mean, it's one of probably the most consistent indicators that you can use to help your trading, right? If not anything, just keep in the bias on the day, right? You're above the VWAP. A very basic way to use it is you're above the VWAP, you're looking for buys. You're looking for pullbacks with support to find a buy, right? And if you're below the VWAP, then you're looking for shorts, right? You're looking for a pullback and weakness to get into a short. So it's just a good way to like have your general bias on the day, right? You're above the VWAP, you're looking long, below you're looking short. And then Nick got me onto putting these Mustang Trader got me onto putting the standard deviations on there too. Angie， 你饿了吗？吃饭喽。你喜欢中国菜吗？你喜欢中国菜吗？这个菜非常好。You don't add to losers. Haha, I like it. Only VWAP for me. My chart is getting crowded. Nice, yeah. Yeah, that was Mandarin laughter. Oh, you speak Cantonese? Okay, but you understand somewhat. I don't understand Cantonese, but I can tell if somebody's speaking Cantonese versus Mandarin. So that makes sense because I think more people speak Cantonese in Hong Kong, right? That's true. That's true. "我是 Butcher， 请问你叫什么名字？" Well, I mean, it looks like we're going to break down lower, but NQ is FOMOing? Yeah. Well, Ralph had dinner. Now he's sleeping, guys. Should I connect my phone and let's go say hi to Frank real quick downstairs? CL is selling? Let me see. Oh yeah, CL's breaking down a bit. We do have a a 30-minute bullish fair value gap below the price right now on CL. So 104.80 is the midpoint of that 30-minute bullish fair value gap. So maybe NQ is going to pop here if this continues pushing lower the oil. Not trusting this not to run back up now. Yeah, be careful. You bet it'll move it. Start moving once Frank comes on. Okay, let's do this. I'll go connect my phone to StreamYard, and then we'll show Frank on the big stream here. Hopefully I don't want us to stay just chopping. I hope you guys can catch a trade here, but I don't want to miss it either. So I'll be right back. He was getting all excited like we were going to go out for a WALK. Again, trying to take the view up here. Let's see if we can get this candle closure or not. If it goes up, I need to activate risk management mode on. Yeah, it's going down. Look at that. Once we put Frank on there, and then he made the market move. Are we going to get a closure here? I'm going to get this chart ready here. We do have this bullish fair value gap with those guys here, so just be careful. Like I said, there's so many levels here that are a potential line in the sand, sort of. Is that a 15? We have that on the 15 right now too. Look at this little, like, where we've been holding here. 12 minutes left on this candle. Yeah, he's a big boy. Hey, that's is a Great Pyrenees. Yeah, like with oil looking like it's trying to roll over here, I wouldn't really trust this sell-off here. Like again, we're holding view up. Don't hopefully nobody chase that down there. You gotta really wait for those candle closures, right? You might get a slightly worse entry, but at least you don't get stuck in something like this where you end up selling down here at 620, and then now it's like you're instantly in drawdown, right? Yeah, so it's been a pretty slow night for me. So far, I tried one trade, ended up making $1. It was that stop out. Top ticked on that candle, stop out. And then just been patient here, trying to wait for something else to show up here that we want to take. And like I said, we're still in this little range here that is kind of like chop zone. Maybe we got to wait for another. When do we got? Oh, this was the hourly candle too, eh? That was the hourly. We're gonna revisit the 630s, 634. Yeah, we might. I mean, I like that hold for the bullish move here. Now, if we end up being bearish on crude, I mean, that's gonna help the industry out here. But we're just stuck in this range, back in this range here. So we're like playing in between the 21 EMA, which is this green line here, and the 9 EMA, which is this white line here. Look at that, like just bouncing around back and forth in here. This is the 1 a.m. candle. I'm just gonna set my midnight open price real quick here. I'm thinking about it. Where's our 2100 candle? Right there. All right, we're getting a bit more of a push here. Rejected off of the high day view up there. That's on the 5 minute. Let's go back to the 5 here. So I anchored a high day view up there off this high candle, and look at that. Found some resistance on it. Could be contributed to this bearish fair value gap also. So again, if we're going to look at bulls, if we're going to be bullish, if we think we're going to go higher, let's take the overnight, the high day view up and invert this fair value gap, looking for a potential long. But so far, this is just chop to me, right? This happened one time before. NQ love strength. This happened one time before. Oh, that's what he said. Okay. Force fed. Oh no, it's moving. Please go down. Silent Night, are you new to the stream? I don't recognize your name. Pretty high volume on these last two candles here, guys. Looks like we might end up turning bullish here. But again, we're trying to be patient here, wait for an inversion of either the 3 or the 5 minute fair value gap here. And then if we're going to get back into the channel, I mean, there's a good chance we're going to head to the top of the channel, right? Like we've been trading in this channel for a while now. Go to 10 minute here. Let's see if I can't reorganize this. Maybe what we got to do is sort of start the channel from here like this. That makes sense too, actually. That looks way better, actually. There we go. I think that's our channel right there. Turn this music down a bit. Sorry about that, guys. A little too loud. Let's just go some boogie down. Maybe it'll boogie us down. I also tilted pretty hard a couple weeks ago and lost like 6 prop accounts in a row and quit and back to going slow. Yes, that's the thing. That's the hard part, right? Is like we all want to, like, you know, if you're just slow and steady and consistent, you can do much better, right? But then at some point you're kind of like, it's just our natural instinct to want to like get there faster, right? Like you don't feel like you're progressing fast enough, so then you're like, okay, well, if I just go a little bit more size, then it's going to work out better, right? But then as soon as you start taking a loss or two with a bigger size, then it really starts to like mentally tax on you, right? And then you know, potentially start making poor decisions because of that, right? So the best way to keep the emotion out of it is to stay small size, build up that buffer, and then think about adding a little more size as you're going. Or like the way that Nick in Mustang Trader trades, he starts with 1 micro. He goes into profit, he adds a micro. Then as it starts pulling away, he'll go stop to break even and continue adding if it continues moving in his direction, right? That way you can add into bigger size and not worry about like taking a big loss, because you just keep moving your stop up into profit. So bull trap, possibly. I'm curious though to see if, you know, we had pretty high volume there on those candles, so hard to say at this moment, but could be a bull trap. But then again, if oil decides to like turn into a bearish candle again here, that could be the sign that, you know, this isn't necessarily a bull trap. Kind of like what I was saying earlier, though, we got to stay bullish overall. We can look for small, short entries, right? But overall, you should be looking bullish generally. So we just need a little bit more of a confluence to go along here. Czar's in the house. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Oil stop, gold, silver, reverting. Okay. Yeah, oil's just kind of stopped moving there. I see that too. So rejected off the high day VWAP. Rejected off the bearish fair value gap here. Now we're finding support on the 9 and 21 EMA. That's kind of interesting. 3 minutes left on this candle. Let's see if this 3 seconds here. Are they going to invert this right now? They got to push up? Nope. Okay, let's watch a 5 for an inversion here. The 5-minute wick was a trap candle before 10 minutes. This one, again, this is why I kept telling everybody, wait for the closure below the VWAP if you're looking for a short. Don't just get into a short because it breaks it. Just waiting for candle closures is just like one of the hugest things that you can do to like benefit your trading, right? Did we get a closure on the 3? Like, look at that. The 3 didn't even close below it. It closed right on it. So even if you're on the 3-minute time frame, it wouldn't, you know, there was no real idea to enter there because that's not a strong closure. I mean, the 1 minute, it did close below it, but the next candle just bounced right up. So if you're trading the 1 minute, what I would want to see there is, okay, well, we got a 1 minute closure. Did we make another bearish closure after that? Then that would be your entry idea. Or at least, you know, a little bit more of an idea that it's going to work out. But just chop right now. Paint drying. It keeps going back into your box. What's in your box there? Why did they keep wanting to go back there, huh? It becomes difficult to trace price and time. Yeah. Good. Today's most of European markets are closed. May have to wait for New York for me. Okay, yeah. I wonder if that has anything to do with why the stream's a little bit more quiet today than it was like on Tuesday. Although Tuesday was leading up to FOMC. So maybe in anticipation. What's up, everybody in the vertical stream? There's two people over in the vertical streams. If you guys are interested in seeing the full size stream, I did pin the link in the chat there at the bottom or the top. I think it might be on the bottom if you're on a mobile, like on a phone or something. But feel free to pop on over to the full size stream here. We got about 50 people watching right now. So you're welcome to come out. You can see more comments and stuff. You're probably like, what is this guy talking about? I don't see any comments. So come on down. Price is right. Okay, well, hey, we're looking more and more bullish here, guys. 252 on this and 448 on that. So let's watch a 3 minute here. Yeah, oil's really doing nothing, hey? Oh, Jonathan Stonks. Hey, buddy. Thank you for the tip. Jonathan Stonks just gave me a super chat in the vertical stream. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. You're probably like the guy who's gave me the most super chats overall. Like, thank you for that. How's your night going, Jonathan? Are you trading right now, or what are you up to? And you're in the vertical stream, so if you want to come hang out in the mainstream, the link is pinned to the comment section there. 15 minutes closed inside the range. Yeah, because we do have the opening range here, 648 down to 605. So yeah, we're right in the middle of the range pretty much. So yeah, quit playing games on my NQ chart. Yeah. Jane Bond, well, just at 63, 63, 636. Yeah. You haven't traded in 3 weeks? Lose some accounts? Oh, sorry to hear that, bro. Yeah. Been there. Been there. I lost a Lucid Flex account about a week and a half ago, unfortunately. Took a couple max loss days, like $400 losers, and then that put me substantially back into drawdown. And then I ended up blowing that account, unfortunately. Sucks. Music reminds me of an old video game like Kirby or something. Nice, Chris. You okay, Rob? Huh? Okay, bud? You hot? I'm gonna try to get Ralph to drink some water here. Those are the trials and the tribulations of being a trader, though, isn't it? Hey, Jonathan? Sucks. Sucks losing accounts. Can't trust anything in this market right now, hey guys? This song is called Futile. The Gray Room. And then, hey Jonathan, sometimes some time away from the chart is needed, right? So, oh, there we go. Are we gonna end up taking this view up now? That's looking like we're gonna probably take it now. Finally, let's wait for the closure here. We got this is a 5-minute candle. We are looking like we might get a closure below it, but I want it to be a little bit deeper than that. Liquidity sweep on the long side. Yeah, that's what I was thinking there. Could be a liquidity sweep right there. Anyone who is building up a building up a short trade here, they push it up, try to stop people out, and then take it lower. So we closed right on the view up there again. Maybe this is going to be the candle. Ralph's a little uncomfortable right now. Okay. What did you do? The super bullishness last few weeks has been much. Yeah, totally. So do you usually trade pretty well in the bullish markets there, Jonathan, or is it more of a you don't like trading the like all-time high scenarios or the bullish moves? Some people are really good at shorting. Some people are really good at taking longs. The one rule I always try to keep in mind is just if we're near or at all-time highs kind of area is just only look for longs, right? And if you're going to take a short, it's got to be a scalp and be aggressive. Really can't trust this price action right now, hey? Like, hopefully you guys are just staying flat with me right now because, you know, I mean, you've been able to make some money here if you would have longed off the VWAP and closed it up, you know, 10, 15 points higher, but not very trustworthy price action right here. I'll have to factor that into my future trading. Yeah, you know, if we're in this total bullish momentum, all-time high, you know, trying to short the top is just a disaster waiting to happen, right? So you're better to just be patient, try to wait for pullbacks, and then take along. So look at this, guys. Up, down, all the way back up again here. High day view up there. we're just stuck between the high day VWAP and the overnight VWAP here. I feel like there's a move coming soon though. Oil's dead in the water. Gold was breaking down, found some support there at 4,620. What's the new, anybody been trading silver lately? What's the new silver contract? SIL, I have it on SILK. It's probably SILM now. Even that looks pretty barcodey. SILN? Yeah, SILN. Add that to my watch list. Craig, good morning to you. Oh, it's SIN? Okay, thanks. There's I thought there's a different Jonathan Stonks that's like has a YouTube channel. You're not that person though, right? Are you? I thought for sure that there was I know that there's somebody Stonks. Oh, you do have a channel. I can see your icon. Live trading with daily giveaways. You got another subscriber, bro. I just said hit you a subscribe there. I like your icon. That's pretty sweet. Like your the round image. Oh, it's Brian Stonk that I was thinking of. Yeah, keep it up. You know, it's hard at first, right? You got to spend a good, you know, it took me, I want to say, took me about 3 months just to break 100. And then after you break 100 subscribers, it starts to speed up a little bit. And if you're streaming for the New York Open session, it's also really hard to get viewers because there's just so much competition. What's the latest on the Tupac production? Did you hear that one? It's not exactly, it doesn't exactly sound like Tupac, but it's that style. I think it's this one. Okay, buddy. Ralph's like coughing in the background. I hope he's not getting the pneumonia thing coming back. That would suck. Are we going to invert this fair value gap finally? 27,638.50 on the top side. Europe holiday, low volume. Yeah, that's probably why we're getting such a slow movement. Does Canada offer pet insurance? Yeah, but obviously it's too late for me to get that now, right? He's 10 years old, so. And I pay out of my ass for that guy, man. I hate to say it, but I don't think he's going to be around too much longer, knock on wood here. He's had usually French Bulldogs are like what 8 to 12 years, so he'll be 11 on November 11th, Remembrance Day. $15 seconds here. Let's see. Are they going to close it above 638? It just looks like we got orders below, except for we still have 125 contracts there up at 27,700. It's 13:30 now. Yeah, time flies. Hey, Angia, you've been working hard. Pratish M. I don't think I've seen you around before. Are you new to the channel? Welcome. Good to see you. My name's Dave. People call me Butcher, or you can just call me Dave Butcher or Market Butcher. Let's get this other Tupac stylish song going. At least this is how AI made it anyways.
Yeah.
This one sounds a little bit more like him.
Everybody got a system. Everybody got a story. The market, they don't care who you think you are.
Sounds a little bit more like
Smart money, this, that, but who really knows? I seen traders chase ghosts till their accounts fold. I just stack base hits, let the truth unfold. Be wet my anchor, keep my mind at ease.
yeah, European holiday doesn't help us. Could contribute to why it seems like we have a few less viewers tonight also. These we usually get quite a few like sort of European viewers. Hey, we gained about 4 subscribers tonight though. Hey, thank you for that. Welcome to the channel, anyone who's new. And obviously I appreciate all you usuals that are here. Look at that, guys. This is this market, man. Up. Reject all the fair value gap. Down. Find support at the view up. Back up. Reject all the fair value gap. Send him back down. Crude is slowly grinding down a little bit, but still kind of stuck on that is what today's VWAP.
market flipped and they couldn't adapt quick.
New York VWAP from earlier.
Ain't no system gonna make you a man. It's discipline, patience, loss you accept. It's the trade you skip, it's the risk. Your dreams and them candles. Say it's all control, smart money this, that, but who really knows? I seen traders chase ghosts till their accounts fold. I just stack base hits, let the truth unfold. VWAP my anchor, keep my mind at ease. At VG feel I move when I see. No fairy tales, just risk I control. In a world full of stories, I trade my own.
No shortcuts, no magic formula, just you.
No magic formula, just you. In the chart.
Trade your own story.
Frankfurt opens in 30 minutes? Yes, yes. Let's do our London trap song. Trade like an adult. Hey, we still got one person watching in the vertical stream.
Trade like an adult, don't move reckless. Base hit sack, yeah, the growth stay endless. VWAP hold, we don't guess this. FVG fill, then we press it. MNQ wild, but we stay composed. ES cleaner, yeah, everybody knows. Stack high, stack lows. No stress, risk management, that's success. Look, NQ moving mad, that whip's too fast. One fake break and it spins right back. Man said long at the highs, now fam, wait for the pullback. Stick to the plan, VWAP line, yeah, price respect. Tap that level, then we collect. FVG gap, get full real quick, then it runs and we ride that shift. Mustang rolling, butcher on charts, cutting up trays like meat, no fast. Small size gang, we play it smart. One clean entry, that's where we start.
What are we going to do with this market, guys? We got the only one trade that we could have here, which was a short up here at the 645s down to the VWAP.
Liquidity sits, stack lows, yeah, we target hits. Don't chase moves, don't FOMO this. Wait for confirmation, then we commit. Shot go out when the candle's long. Yeah, that's the song. Green on the stream, but we stay calm.
Okay, oil's bouncing a bit here. We're up above 105.25 now. So we need to get it below this previous day high with a nice strong closure.
We don't guess this. FVG fill, then we press it. NQ wild, but we stay composed. ES cleaner, yeah, everybody knows. That high, stack lows. No stress, risk management, that's success. Market butcher, Mustang trader, base hits only. Trade like an adult. Market butcher.
Definitely tricking trading conditions for NQ at the moment. Yeah, it's kind of a stay flat area for me. Trying to take us lower here.
We don't guess this. FVG fill, then we press it. NQ wild, but we stay composed. ES cleaner, yeah, everybody knows. Stack high, stack lows, no stress. Risk management, that's success. Look, NQ moving mad, that whip's too fast. One fake break and it spins right back. Man said long at the highs, now fam, wait for the pullback. Stick to the plan. VWAP line, yeah, price respect. Tap that level, then we collect. FVG gap get filled real quick. Then it runs and we ride that shift. Mustang rolling, butcher on charts, cutting up trays like meat, no fast. Small size gang, we play it smart. Entry, that's where we
There's just a battle right now between the buyers and sellers. Buyers holding 625, sellers holding 637.
liquidity sits, stack lows, yeah, we target hits. Don't chase moves, don't FOMO this. Wait for confirmation, then we commit. Chat go wild when the candle's long. Yeah, that's the song. Green on the screen, but we stay calm. Cause one wrong move and it's all gone. You want fast money? That's how you lose. Over leverage, yeah, pick your news. We ain't here for a one-day flex. We here long-term, respect the step. Trade like an adult, don't move reckless. Basic stack,
I'm a little worried about Ralph. I don't like it that he's coughing like that. It's been like months since he's coughed at all like this.
Everybody knows. Stack high, stack lows, no stress. Risk management, that's success. Market butcher, Mustang trader. Base hits only. Trade like an adult. Yeah. Market butcher. Mustang trader. Trade like an adult. Yeah. Trade like an adult. Don't move reckless. Base it, stack.
3 lows.
Endless. VWAP hold. We don't guess this. FVG fill, then we press it.
Well, I mean, all of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5 wicks down there. He had pneumonia in the past, so he had some sort of like a growth or a abscess or something in his lungs. So he was on antibiotics for like almost 2 years to battle that. And then he stopped coughing for like months. And then I took him off the antibiotics, and then it's been it hasn't really been coming back. So we got 3 people in the vertical stream right now. Angia's holding it down. One of the 3.
Mustang trader in the building. Jack going crazy. That's right. Yeah. We don't chase tops, we wait.
Yeah, move Ralph closer to the fire. Yeah.
We build it like that. Add to the winners, yeah. That's our flow. Small size game, but the account still grows. Bears outside, yeah. Chickens in the yard, die. Still trading clean, still playing it smart from the.
So probably gonna end the stream here in about. We'll stick around till the hourly candle, and then we'll wrap it up. I do still have to take Ralph out for a walk, or Frank out for a walk, and Ralph also. What's up, bud? Something bugging your throat? Is there a nebulizer for dogs? Maybe something like that can help. He's on like bronchial dilator pills already, so I think that's kind of the same idea. It just like helps it ease the coughing, but yeah, it's because he has sort of like some sort of abscess or something in his lungs, right? So it's hasn't been bugging him though for a number of months. So hopefully this will just pass, whatever it is. Maybe he, got a little water in his lungs or something temporarily. So hopefully, a minute and a half here, trying to take the view up again. Okay, Dad. Good night. See ya. Bye-bye.
Mustang trader in the building. Jack going crazy. That's right. Yeah. We don't chase tops, we wait, we relax. Base hit stacking, yeah, we build it like that.
Bears outside, chickens in the yard. Dot dot.
Recovery, yeah, chat.
22 seconds here. Are we finally going to get that closure below? Oh, wow. Hope no one got chopped up too hard in the range. Set up. Looking good here for a long on previous day sweep. You're looking for a long here, split striker? I mean, possibly. I'm just kind of waiting here for some sort of move out of this area anyways. That'll be my indication as to if I want to go long or short here. I'm looking for a strong push with a closure either above 639, 640 area or below sort of like 620s. A closure below 620s would be nice for a potential short down to the 600s. This would be a long up to, maybe like 660, 680, maybe even up to the highs. Looked like earlier in the hour, but I think it's super risky now. Yeah. Well, we had that big revert, like wicking candle there. That was like 2 hours ago, almost. Hour and 45 minutes. And then we had a bearish candle, found support on the VWAP, bounced up, and now we've been playing for the last hour basically between the high day view up and the start of the day view up. Again, not taking the view up here. New candle bullish at the moment. The first week in May is often the post earnings lull for tech, sometimes a 1 to 2% correction. That's some good info, Nick. Thank you.
We live. 50 people watching. 20 likes. Hit the button, see?
This is a little happy pop song for you guys.
Running slow, but I'm still in the groove. Stop loss, tight, nah, wait. Maybe not, no stop loss. I just wanna blow the account. MQ sweep stops, then it rips back quick. You miss by one tick, yeah, that's that trick. Small size gang, yeah, we don't rush. Base hits only, no fuss. Look at the drop, yeah, chat going wild. Somebody said they ain't slept in a while. Tips to avoid over leveraging. Step one, don't trade like a savage. Mize cat hit by with his paw on the trade. Now I'm green like, yeah, I planned it that way. I ran news, oil moving strange. Market don't care, still crabbing a range. I flipped on a dog turd today. Bro, what? Check going off, yeah, we love that stuff. Up 850 on a funded account. Next guy, blue mine in one candle, I'm out. 53 watching, only 21.
It sounds like a Disney Channel trading song. Yeah, it could be, right?
Yeah, we might just bounce or fake you out and take you out. Gold long, let's eat. I'm short 5 micros, I'm in too deep. I don't same bow.
Pretty funny, eh, Angia? Okay, here we go. Are we gonna get it now? Are we gonna get this breakdown finally? Oil's starting to pop up a bit here. We keep saying this. How many times did we say this? Are we gonna get it here? Are we gonna get it here? Are we gonna get it? Are we get it? Come on.
Market butcher, base hits only, no fuss. Don't worry.
Hey, what's up? Good evening. We just getting live right now. 6 people in the chat. Let's go. Opened up the chart. Yeah, we barely got sleep. NQ moving wild while the volume low key. Oil going up, but the NASDAQ too? One of y'all lying. I don't trust you. Flag pattern forming. Kind of looks clean. 5 green candles. Yeah, you know what I mean.
This is supposed to be my voice because I uploaded a sample of my voice to the AI, and this is what it sounded like from that. Okay, are we gonna get this now? Finally, guys. I don't know. I don't trust it just yet. Gonna wait for that closure. 15 minutes here till the hourly candle.
Didn't know that'd get me hit with the blitz. Now I'm sitting here like, what I do wrong? While the market keeps singing its song. Chat talking about
Yeah, it's a little bit deeper than my actual voice, but it I can hear like hints of my voice in it, you know?
long one micro, keep it tight, trail that stop, protect the night. $5 green and 30 more. We ain't greedy, we've been here before. I'm just stacking little base hits. Small wins, big losses. That's it. NQ fake you out, then it dips quick, then reverses. Yeah, that's that trick. We don't go big, we survive this. Funded accounts, yeah, we thrive, kid. Slow and steady, that's the mindset. Just stacking up these base hits. Would let my daughter date him. What? That's the weirdest compliment I ever got. Got bears outside, got chickens too. Trying to trade.
That's true. That's true. The style of the prompt might have changed it.
Don't blow the account. One bad trade and you're tapping out. Patience pays. Yeah, that's legit. We ain't gamblers. We just hit and quit. NQ crazy, but we adapt quick. Stop, get swept. Yeah, that's that script. Stay alive. That's the real win. Then tomorrow we trade.
Tomorrow we trade again.
All right, guys.
So I mean, we do have the majority of the orders are below 600. What is this? 582.
We just getting live.
Let me change this song real quick.
Let's go. Opened up the chart, yeah, we barely got sleep. NQ moving wild while the volume low key. Oil going up, but the NASDAQ too? One of y'all lying, I don't trust you. Flag pattern forming, kind of looks clean.
Let's go to the good old original here. Base hits.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at that again, guys.
I'm just stacking little basics. 36 bucks, don't waste it. MNQ figure stops and it rips quick. You blink once when you miss it. We don't chase sides when we pull back. Paper hands cry, I want that back. Small size.
Well, if anything, guys, hanging out today. Hopefully, you guys were flat through this area with me, so at least we're not giving anything back. Trying to be patient here. Trying to be patient. That's why, like, trying to force it to make money is no way to win, to make winning trades, right?
I'm just stacking little base hits, small wins, losses, that's it. MQ 50 out, then it dips quick. In reverses, yeah, that's that trick. We don't go big, we survive this. Funded accounts, and we thrive, kid. Slow and steady, that's the mindset. Just stacking up these base hits. Yeah, just stacking up these base hits. 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 Let my daughter date him. What? That's the weirdest compliment I ever got. Got bears outside.
Got bears outside. Got chickens too. Hey, we got 4 people in X now, 47 people in YouTube. So YouTube's dropping off a little bit. Obviously, with this kind of boring market here, nobody wants to watch. I don't blame you guys. I don't blame you. It's hard not to fall asleep on this type of price action. Might have to take a trade just purely out of boredom soon. Not financial advice. Don't do it. Don't do it. $4.29 on this candle. How's the 3 looking? 25 seconds. Are they gonna do it? Are they gonna do it?
Hey, what's up? Good evening. We just getting loud right now. 6 people in the chat.
You'll go back to sleep, Angia? Nice. What do you, Angia, what do you do for work? Do you have a job outside of trading? Market breathing. You had a cafe? Oh, nice. Did you sell it or something? Oh, you have a cafe. Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, we all say that. Long one micro, keep it tight. Trail that stop, protect the night. $5 green, then 30 more. We ain't greedy, we've been here before. I'm just stacking little basics. Yeah, small wins, big losses. That's it. MQ fake you out, then it dips quick, then reverses. Yeah, that's that trick. We don't go big, we survive this. Funded accounts, yeah, we thrive, kids. Slow and steady, that's the mindset. Just stacking up these base hits. Would let my daughter date him. What? That's the weirdest compliment I ever got. Got bears outside, got chickens too. Trying to trade futures while they eating food. Stack it up, stack it up. Stack it up. Stack it up, don't blow the account. One bad trade and you're tapping out. Patience pays, yeah, that's legit. We ain't gamblers, we just hitting quick. MQ crazy, but we adapt quick. Stop, get swept. Yeah, that's that script. Stay alive, that's the real win. Then tomorrow, we
Oh, okay, so 7 minutes till the hourly candle here.
Hey, what's up? Good evening.
Oh, Ralph, don't start coughing on me, bro.
6 people in the chat. Let's go. Opened up the chart, yeah, we barely got sleep. MNQ moving wild while the volume low key. Oil going up, but the NASDAQ too. One of y'all lying, I don't trust you. Flag pattern forming, kinda looks clean. 5 green candles, yeah, you know what I mean. Trying to catch a move, but I'm staying patient. Chat talking wild, saying no financial statements.
This level has become strong support. If it breaks, it'll give quite a good move. Yeah, I was thinking that too. We're building up for a move for sure.
I'm just stacking little basics. Yeah. 36 bucks, don't waste it.
Might have to just, if we do break down, might end up having to just take a short and go to bed. See what happens by the morning.
We don't chase highs, we wait pullbacks. Paper hands cry, I want that back.
Did we have those earnings? Like, I thought we had like Apple, Google, and all that stuff. I don't remember. I know it was that yesterday or the day before?
Yeah, we all say that. Long one micro, keep it tight. Trail that stop, protect the night. $5 green, then 30 more. We ain't greedy, we've been here before. I'm just stacking little basics. What's up? Good evening. We just getting live right now. 6 people in the chat. Let's go. Opened up the chart, yeah, we barely got sleep. MNQ moving wild while the volume low key. Oil going up, but the
Okay, we're going a bit.
I don't trust you. Yeah.
Minute and 50 on the 3 minutes.
Clean. 5 green candles, yeah, you know
4:45.
but I'm staying patient. Chat talking wild, saying not financial statements. Mr. Entry by a tick pain. Almost got filled again. Set the stop, bring it up, break even. Market, take it, market teasing. I'm just stacking little bases. Yeah. 36 bucks, don't waste it. Nah, ain't
Oh, look at there we go. Starting to get a move here finally.
when you miss it. We don't chase high.
Don't you jump in though. Wait, I'm waiting for this candle closure here.
Small size gang, yeah, we stay lit. Just stacking up these base hits. Got banned on X cause of Chuck Norris clips. Didn't know that, get me hit with the blitz.
1 minute left on this 3 minute candle here.
While the market keeps singing its song. Chat talking about cop beating trades. Life advice mixed with scalp and play. Someone sold early, now they regret, man. I should have held, yeah, we all say that. Long one micro, keep it tight. Trail that
We kind of like match these equal lows here.
green and 30 more. We ain't greedy, we've been here before. Just stacking little bases. Small wins, big losses, that's it. MNQ fake you out, then it dips.
There's a pretty big buyer in this area, I feel like, you know?
We don't go big, we survive this. Funded accounts, yeah, we thrive kids. Slow and steady, that's the mindset. Just stacking up these.
I mean, to be really responsible, what we should do is wait for a closure here and then wait for another bearish candle after that.
I got chickens too, trying to trade futures while they eating food. Stack it up, don't blow the account. One bad trade and you're tapping out. Patience.
Don't chase it.
We ain't gamblers, we just hit and quit. Ain't you crazy, but we adapt quick. Stop, get swept, yeah, that's that script. Stay alive, that's the real win.
4 minutes to the hourly candle here. We should probably see some sort of bigger movement here at the hourly.
Guys, couple base hits. We'll take that. Hey, what's up? Good evening. We just getting live right now.
Clock of your laptop is 30 seconds behind the atomic clock. The 5 minute candle opens before 30 seconds on my system clock. Interesting. Okay, well, we did get a closure there finally.
While the volume low key. Oil going up, but the NASDAQ too. One of y'all lying. I don't trust you. Yeah. Flag.
A little sketchy though to enter right now because we have the hourly candle, and you know how those can be sometimes. Sometimes they just do one of these up, down, up, down.
Almost got filled again. Stop, bring it up, break even. Market, take it, market teasing.
2 minutes on the 5 minute candle for a closure down below.
Don't waste it. Nah, MNQ sweep your stops, then it rips quick. You blink once, man, you miss it. We don't chase highs, we wait, pull back.
Chuck Norris clips. Didn't know that, get me hit with the blitz. Now I'm sitting here like, what I do wrong? While the market keeps singing its song. Chat talking about cop D and trades. Life advice mixed with scalp and play. Someone sold early, now they regret, man. I should have held, yeah, we all say that. Long one micro, keep it tight. Trail that stop, protect the night. $5 green and 30 more. We ain't greedy, we've been here before. Stacking little base hits, small wins, big losses, that's it. MNQ fake you out, then it dips quick. Then reverses, yeah, that's that trick.
Okay. We're getting a move now, finally.
Slow and steady, that's the mindset. Just stacking up these base hits. We'll let my daughter date him. What? That's the weirdest compliment I ever got. Got bears outside, got chickens too. Trying to trade futures while they eating food. Stack it up, don't blow the account. One bad trade and you're tapping out. Patience pays, yeah, that's legit. We ain't gamblers, we just hit and quit. Ain't you crazy, but we adapt quick. Stop, get swept, yeah, that's that script. Stay alive, that's the real win. Then tomorrow, we trade again. Alright guys, couple base hits. Market butcher live. We're not here to gamble. We're here to survive. I don't need a home run, I just need a base hit. Small size gang, yeah, we staying consistent.
20 seconds here till the hourly candle comes. So this will be definitely a key area if we're gonna continue this bearish momentum or not.
Just went live. Somebody woke up only 4 hours, barely alive. Oil going up in the NASDAQ too. One of y'all lying, yeah, I don't trust you. Got my beat whack, got my levels clean. Fair value gap, yeah, you know what I mean. Miss my entry, buy a tick again. Now I'm talking to myself like, be patient then. Try to get filled, but it ran away. And I'm sitting here like, should I say no way? Pull back gang, yeah, that's my lane. Chasing highs in MNQ. That's straight pain. Got banned on X for some random clip. Chuck Norris kicked me right out of the app real quick.
Oh, guys, I don't know. 3 minute. We got a bullish fair value gap still in the 3 minute there on the previous wick, right there. But then if we wait for that to get inverted, then we got 600 below. This is what I was saying earlier. This is such a tough area to trade just because we have fair value gaps, we have the one standard deviation, and we have 600 all lining up, plus a 200 EMA.
Market butcher live. We're not here to gamble. We here, yeah. Market butcher live. We're not here to gamble. We here to survive. I don't need a home run, I just need a base hit. Small size gang, yeah, we staying consistent. MNQ sweep stops, yeah, it does that quick. So I wait for the pullback, then I take my pick. Stack it up slow, don't blow the account. $36, yeah, I'm cashing that out. You want big wins? Cool, take that risk. I'll be over here just stacking base hits. 6 in the chat, yeah, we just went live.
I don't trust it. Are anybody taking a trade here or what? I just, I'm kind of in the feeling where I'm like, I don't really trust it yet, Need to see at least 3 red candles, then you're going to continue some more momentum, right?
Now I'm back on stream like it's all good, bro. Market still open, let's get this. I don't need a home run, I just need a base hit. Small size gang, yeah, we staying consistent. MNQ sweep stops, yeah, it does that quick. So I wait for the pullback, then I take my pick. Stack it up slow, don't blow the account. Little green trades, yeah, we
shorted from VWAP with a tight stop, took some profits already. Nice. Good job, Tony. Working your way to passing that thing, hey?
Base hits. We'll take that. Let's trade. Yeah. Market butcher live. We're not here to gamble.
Good evening, good morning, where you trading from? Go get
Oh, yeah. This is nasty. I mean, this is a natural little, if we're going to go lower, we kind of need to do one of these anyways. But you know what, guys? I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I got to get to bed so I can get a couple hours sleep before the New York session tomorrow. Hopefully gonna start off the next month in a decent start the month off right, you know. So yeah, so let's wrap it up here. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me so long. Sorry that we didn't really get much of a chance to take any trades other than that one where we took off the bearish fair value gap there. But Pacific time, I'm started at 9:30 Eastern Standard, so Pacific is 6:30, I guess. Yeah, see you in the morning, Angia. Let's just do our little shout out here. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, Jane. Appreciate that. Angia, Lilish, Tony, Lone Wolf, Jerry, Paul, Roy, Cop Maps, Skeletor, Jane, Badass, Ranja, Flowers, The Hawk Flies, S Dub, Joanne, Silent Night, Keith Smith, Keelan, Yo Jim Blab. Is that a picture of D Money, Keelan? I don't know if you're here, but that kind of looks like D Money. Yo Jim Blab, Wayne, Ty, Rogerson, Force Fed, Jonathan Stonks. Thank you again for the tip there, Jonathan. I appreciate that. Chris Spy, Tim Core, Split Striker, Craig 975, Facile Crypto, Nick Scully, Space FX, Futures FX, Lafta, Prathish, Czar, Adam, Chris, Dean, Wayne Simpson, Linda Rowley, Kevin Hazel, Lamthau, Uni, and Max Tube. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you guys tuning in. What did we hit? 965 subscribers, and looks like we how many we got? Some likes too. 44 likes on the stream. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate the support. We'll be live, like I said, tomorrow morning. Market open 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Definitely, if you're up earlier than that, check us out, because Nick or Mustang Trader, he starts ahead of the open, sometimes up to 2 hours before. So 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, roughly. So check it out. We'll have the stream scheduled for 6:30, but he's always, or 9:30. He's usually on ahead of time. Yeah. So with CL pumping, we're probably going to get a push down here on NQ, looking like it. But yeah, just going to wrap it up here, guys. So thank you again. Appreciate you guys. Love you. Let's do a little song on the way out. We will do let's do the new rock song on the way out here.